Hey y'all, Texas Lizard here. It's Friday. I've got Fridays off. It's a pretty decent day to fish. It's a little chilly. It's only like 43 degrees right now. It's about 10 to noon. But the wind's low. It's only like 5 miles an hour. And we're on Lavon, which has put in over 2 feet of water in the past week. We were 1 3/4 low, and now we're a half a foot high. So as you can see, our water's pretty muddy. It's pretty stained. But where I'm headed, it should be a little clearer. I'm going to head back up there, and we'll see what we can do today. Kind of surprised me. Oh, there's our drop shot fish. Got a gill colored robo worm on there. I think this is a 16th, maybe. About 15.5 inches. Pound and 3/4. It's okay. Mainly what we came here for. Let's go get a big girl now. Ooh, such a little mouth. Drop shot again. I think that was back-to-back casts. Really, really light hits. That one's, I don't know, probably just shy of 13 inches. A little over a pound, maybe. Probably not even a pound. I don't know. Fish number 2. Goodbye. And the reason I like these particular hooks, which I use for my wacky quite a bit too, is I'll put them through like this. So it lies like this through the nose. There's a little bit more plastic so it doesn't rip out quite as quick. And I like the way it lies, because it'll lie kind of like this in the water. When you flip it, it just kind of goes more level that way. I feel like it has a little bit more control. But I don't remember where I heard to do that, but I started doing it and I like it. Caught 2 fish and a snag on this particular robo worm. You all know how soft robo worms are. So we'll pinch a little bit off of that, start over and do it again. pretty sure this is the one that I just saw jump. I'm chasing blow-ups right now. Some of them are carp, some of them are catfish, but this one I watched jump out and I saw that it was green. That's a chunky little fish. 16 inches, 2¼ So I had given up on that robo worm. I was throwing around, let's see, 16½, 16¾ I can just barely get 3/4 out of her if I put the tail in the right position. In the picture though, she'll probably be a half. Alright, quick wait. Oh, bigger than I thought. 2.7. Add a little bit, 2 3/4. Yeah, so I went from the robo worm to a red rattle trap, and that just kept getting snagged on grass and stuff, which will happen. Most effective way to throw it is to get it through the grass. It's gonna get stuck. So I was just using that for search, but I started seeing these blow-ups, so the search kind of did all its work for me. Switched to wacky worm. Wacky works. Chase another blow-up. Let's see what happens. Oh, that's definitely a carp. You can tell by the way it's moving slowly, and I'm pretty sure I saw an orange fin. So this one over here is a carp. You can also tell because it's not biting a wacky rig, and every bass bites a wacky rig. Alright, I'm getting hung up a little too much now that I'm getting into this grass. So I'm going to switch from wacky to Texas. Go a little bit more weedless. See if I can be stealth up in here. I wish I had a flipping setup, but I don't. If I had a flipping setup, I could pitch all this grass, and I think I would come away with a mess of fish. But this will hopefully do for now. Man, they are all up in those trees making all kinds of splashes. They're probably cats and carp, but I guarantee some of them are bass. They are definitely carp. They are thick. Holy cow. I can see them moving in the water now. They're not huge. They're big, but they're not huge. There are a ton of them. Man, if I was a carp fisherman, I would be in my heyday. Not sure if you can see those. Man, they're getting close. There's a group of 3, 4, 5, 6. Holy cow, there's so many. Right, they're swimming right beneath the boat. Holy cow, there's so many of them. If this water was just a little clear, I know they'd show up on camera. That was a freaking carp. That was a freaking carp on the bluegill Huddleston. Huh. Well, I don't feel bad about it getting away now, I guess. Well, I mostly got done what I came here for, which was to catch fish on drop shot for the Reddit Monthly Lure Challenge. Got a couple of those, one on wacky, and one medium-sized carp on a bluegill Huddleston that came off right at the side of the boat. Weird fish. It's fun though. It's always fun to set a hook on a swim bait, even if it isn't a bass. But man, it always seems to take longer going back to the ramp than it does coming from it. The wind has picked up a little bit, so I'm bucking the wake. And the worst thing about Native Slayer is how the water channels in. The waves come up, the wake hits the stupid bow that's not beveled, splashes up, gets in this little crevice here, goes straight into the boat. So I've got my scupper plugs pulled because I was sitting in several inches of water. So all in all, had fun. Wasn't quite the day I was hoping for, but decent day. Beats working.